Good evening, fellow Guyanese. This evening I wish to update you on our vaccination drive. As you're aware, we are taking we are taking every step possible to ensure that we exit this pandemic, to ensure we reduce the loss of lives, and to ensure that we can go back to normalcy as quickly as possible. As President, I once again express on behalf of the government our condolences to all those lost, who have lost loved ones. As a country, it pains us every time we lose one of our brothers or sisters. And indeed, this pandemic has taken too much of our Guyanese brothers and sisters. As of today, we have administered more than 154,000 first doses of the COVID-19 vaccines. This accounts for 31% of our population 18 years and older, or 31 persons out of every 100 citizens 18 years and older. Indeed, I must compliment our healthcare workers and all those who played such an instrumental role in bringing us to this point thus far. Achieving this was no easy task. As a country, we had to act proactively. As you're aware, these vaccines are hard to come by. They're expensive. The logistics in moving them around is also very cumbersome. So it is a collective effort that has allowed us so far to reach 154,000 first doses, or 31% of our population 18 years and above. In terms of age distribution, for our population 60 years and older, 61% of that population age group has already received their first dose of vaccine, COVID-19 vaccine. In our population, between the age range of 49 to 59, almost 29% of that population has received their first dose. And in our population between the age group 18 to 39, 21% has received their first dose. We all know that the bulk of our population is the younger population. I want to take this opportunity to call upon all our young people to go out there and get vaccinated, to ensure that they take this very seriously. Not taking this seriously put at risk your families, put at risk your friends, your community, and your country. All our region would have had between 30 and 36% coverage of their population above 18 years old. In every single administrative region, we would have had coverage of between 30 to 36% of population above 18 years old, with the exception of region 8 and 10. So in two regions, we are not having this coverage. Particularly in the case of region 10, only 8.9% of the population above 18 years took the first dose of the vaccine to date. This is very concerning. This is very alarming. We have been having continuous educational programs. The government, led by the Prime Minister, had an extensive outreach in Region 10 over the weekend. We have seen some improvement, but we need to do much, much better in Region 10. We need to understand the seriousness. We need to also understand that Region 10 is the gateway to the interior, which borders Brazil, and we all know that we have very extensive borders, and the likelihood of the borders being breached or persons breaching the border and coming over as positive cases is indeed a challenge that we are facing and we have to face. We have deployed additional assets from our task force, human assets, from the Army to better secure our borders. But still, this challenge is indeed real. We are therefore very concerned about the low acceptance level of the first dose in Region 10. I therefore continue to appeal to every Guyanese that, though not mandatory at this stage, taking the vaccine is the best option we have to save lives and exit the pandemic. I'm very concerned also about the continued whisper campaign, not grounded in science or facts, against vaccination. This does not help our communities and country to exit this pandemic. And I appeal to all of us to put our country first, put the lives of the people of our country first, and help in advancing the vaccination program by encouraging every Guyanese to come on board. Your government will continue to educate and provide opportunities for every Guyanese to be vaccinated. But we must also take the individual and collective responsibility of taking the vaccines in order to protect each other. I call upon all leaders within our society to act maturely in not only taking the vaccines, but encouraging others to do the same. Within the coming weeks, our plan is to secure enough vaccines to take us to herd immunity. And this is important. I want to assure Guyanese that our plan is to return this country and economy to normalcy as fast as possible. And we're going to invest the necessary resources in the coming week to take us there through herd immunity. The Ministry of Health would continue its aggressive campaign to have everyone vaccinated. I also want to take this opportunity to assure every Guyanese who would have been administered their first dose of vaccine that adequate provisions has been made to ensure they get their second dose. For all the first dose vaccines that has been administered, our planning has carefully ensured that the corresponding second dose of vaccine is available and will be available to be administered. So we have no excuse when it comes to getting vaccinated. Your government is taking all the necessary steps to ensure this. We're all in this together. We're not facing this in a separated way by belief or systems or identity. We're facing this together as a collective. And we can only beat this and get ahead of this together as a collective. We have the responsibility. We have the responsibility of ensuring our families stay safe. We have the responsibility of ensuring our communities stay safe. This is not a government alone task. This is not a government alone responsibility. This is our collective responsibility. This is our collective responsibility as Guyanese, and this is our collective responsibility as part of humanity. I urge all those leaders, I urge every single leader who took the vaccines or who understand the implications of not taking the vaccines to join in the public education program and process. Not doing so is not fulfilling our responsibility. We have a duty and responsibility. And all of us, whether we have a small space in putting a comment on Facebook and Instagram posts, let us all take this responsibility serious, because you are as safe as the next person. So if you take the vaccine and the next person doesn't take the vaccine, then we're still all exposed too. So this evening, I call upon all Guyanese to work together on this, to come together on this. We will get ahead of this together. We have a lot of work to do. We have a country to build together. We have much to be achieved together. But most importantly, we have to remain healthy. We have to remain alive so that we can do that. So we can be a part of the future. And I appeal to you tonight to do your little bit, to play your part, and together we shall overcome. Together we are stronger. God bless you and your families. Good night.